But that's not just the championship has been flipped around again. What the hell has happened? We're gonna find out. Well, we're gonna find out as now the spray for the Sao Paulo lawn plan is now getting ready to go underway for this weekend at Lando and at the Piastri locked out the front lot, which means they seem to be the contender for the win for this weekend, and also who end up slotted in the spray qualifier and in the sprint as well, because really, like, we obviously had them, like, coming down to instrument tire on, which means this setup is completely different. Now, as a team principal, we should be thinking ahead for Russell to give him the setup that he needed to help him to basically carve his way, lead the field. The setup we have is the best for the live setup. So we're gonna have to wait and see what's gonna happen when we get the qualifying, if that actually going to pay off or not. But for this sprint, we will quit. But it's just not quick. We're just not even as fast as McLaren or anything. But we had one thing enough happen in the sprint, and that was Yuki Tsunoda, who's unfortunately had mechanical failure. That was obviously very unfortunate part for Yuki Tsunoda, and of course the sprint for this one was slightly boring. But at the end of the day, it's just sprint. Maximum point, maximum photos, not more of trying to find a gap to get the Mission Russell end up slugging the spray, particularly of course got past top 4, but he's chasing after Lawson, and for whatever reason from Russell, he just can't get past. He's just physically can't get past, as he's now locked time to Lawson, who ran away already, and he got the pressure from Hadjar, unfortunately, as it's gone down the inside. From Russell, of course, won't let up that easily at the top par, but it was just a really stuck-in situation from Russell to deal with as we enter the lap 12. We tried again against Liam Lawson, not for point, but for message. We do not want to finish behind Tatiana, who's been slugging or stealing long, but unfortunately, we did end up finishing behind the Tatiana, and Lando takes the win with the Piastri. But after the sprint, like, we end up having ourselves back behind Piastri and Lando, not once again from the sprint. It happened, he tapped it happened again in the Brazil. We need to try to turn it up now. We need to get back into the fight as we go into the main lawn plan. But before I go any further, I want to say I've got a brand new mic. A new microphone is exactly the same brand of what I've got right now. P15 is exactly the same brand. I've got two. So a new mic right here, absolutely gorgeous. Hopefully you'll hear me a bit more better rather than it being so far away. And we'll go ahead and crack on to the quarterfinal.
It's a Saturday showdown. Anyone fancy some hot laps around Interlagos? It's qualifying day here for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
Well, first one is what it's gonna be like. What is happening? We cannot afford to lose anymore in this championship fight. We are really close to the end of the season and really close to be able to become the world champion with George Russell. Nearly at the end. It did enough. It had to be. Just. I'm taking the jacket off. You know what? He's been here to lock in. So we got Arthur Hatcher and Debbie Borton. So out Esteban Ocon, but bought it, so it's a bit of a shot one for him, but it's up to his home Grand Prix. But considering the performance he had over the season in terms of qualifying, he has not been the good one. He has been slotted twice a bit in the qualifying. So now we're gonna go ahead and do our first one in 2-2. Hopefully,
Push down to P16.
it'll be good enough. Hopefully, we should manage to make it do it the same tyre with music in 2-1. Get some good improvement or not. Ah, joking. Oh, come on, Josh. Last one. That's the only one we have done. Let's do to improve.
P16 now.
Final corner. The others. Okay, 2-2. Bad bloody one for George Russell. Clearly something wrong with the car right now. Has to be. But unfortunately, we can't do much about it. We are out for the third time in a long time. That's what it feels like. But let's see what we can do when we head over to the Grand Prix.
Formula One returns to Interlagos once again with the stage set for what promises to be another classic Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel famously clinched his third championship here in 2012, and just 4 years later, Max Verstappen treated us to one of the finest wet weather drives of all time. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7-mile circuit with 9 lefts and 6 rights, for a total of 15 corners. The fastest lap today should have an average speed of around 135 miles per hour, if, of course, the weather stays dry until the end of the Grand Prix. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Piastri, Antonelli, Pierre Gasly and Sainz, Aaron, Doohan, Colapinto and Ollie Behrman, Maloney, Tramnitz, Liam Lawson and Albon, Russell, Hadja, Gabriel Bortoletto and Nico Hülkenberg, Pepe Marti, Ocon, Sonoda and Jack Crawford rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. Well, it's been a long time since I last worked with you. Good to see you again today, Anthony Davidson. And let's talk momentum.
Okay, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, so we didn't have the performance in qualifying this weekend, but considering last race, we might still be able to get a points finish.
Well, that is what we're hoping for. That is what we are hoping for. See, we don't for stop tyre. I mean, we are managing tyre way better than before. So, soft tyre might be the way. Then maybe hard tyre. Because hard tyre has done like the favour in the past, hasn't they? You know what? Sitting to it. Okay, it was a formation lab. Let's take this moment to try and pick things up. Of course, Albon is down here with down to the penalty that he had, and we have moved up 1 place as well. So that is good. Alright, we now get ready to get up to the grid. Our main thing, number 1, get past Albon without any problem. Number 2, damage limitation. Number 3, optional is to catch both McLaren. We can try, but be very hard work under it. That's just
as the race starts.
And we are now waiting for the 5 red light, and it's now underway for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Lando, who's caught on the pole, had a quick start himself with the Piastri and Charles Leclerc battery on way in live time. We can see George Russell had started making some progress, and everything had now changed. Everybody changed the position. But Charles Leclerc and Piastri are still going side by side. Who's going to come out into second place? And it seems like Piastri managed to maintain the second place with George Russell, who is now up into P11 after 100 qualifying that he had, and he's gone down the inside of Ollie Behrman up into P10. Fantastic job from George Russell. You need to take advantage of the soft tyre to get in work and try your best to run away with it before you need to make your stop. And we got Behrman fighting with 12 P2 for P11, and here is the replay for the race start for George Russell with, I say, a pretty well done start. I think looking to the outside, got the meat on Lawton, shifted to inside line, made the contact with Alex Albon, but it seems like there's no damage on the front wing for George Russell, so that's good. As you can see, went alongside with one of the hard driver, which would be Tim Tradney, but we're now going into lap 2. Alex Albon is making room on Aaron, and George Russell standing down from the inside. Can he get past Alex Albon? It seems like he does a brilliant move from George Russell. He's standing from the style tower, and it managed to make it work, and we got McLaren fighting with each other, and Piastri has taken the lead of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, and now Lando to that start chasing down the Piastri, and we know the news about the sprint. George Russell had a horrible time in the sprint for him, didn't even finish in point, and lost a bit of a space in the championship. At this point, then we'll start pulling away from Russell, which makes it hard to predict after there's 2 races to go, Bennett and Qatar plus sprint in there, and Russell will have to work hard to hopefully Russell will just make some damage limitation and finish in top 5 is all we want for George Russell. And we've got Charles Leclerc on the inside of Lando Norris. Can he get past Lando Norris or not? Charles Leclerc got some better traction, and it's gone out and putting stuff into second place. Well done from Charles Leclerc, and right in the back we got the hat jar fighting with Dan Maloney, having a battle. Barely for any point. It's P16 they are by battery for, and got Nico Hulkenberg going down the inside, made a double overtake. What a move from the old-timer Nico Hulkenberg, whom we know is retiring this season, and for that move to be worthwhile for Nico Hulkenberg, we got to give him applause for that one for sure. And we got Russell is now chasing after Jack Doohan, who is chasing after Carlo Shire, the future teammate for Russell going into season 5. But Russell, he needs to be able to make sure he can finish into top 5, because if you look past the results this season, he only finished once outside the top 5, and that was in China. So let's hope he will get himself into top 5, as he got really close to Jack Doohan, trying to find some space or try to intimidate Jack Doohan into making a mistake. But we now got the other. It's George Russell for the move. Yes, he does. He sends down the inside. He gets it done on Jack Doohan, and we got the live time with Arthur Hatjar, who is now going for the move on Nico Hulkenberg as he put himself back into P16. But not even a battle for points, it's just for mere P16. It's not even good enough, and Bortonetto is in part of the train, going from where he is all the way up to Carlo Shire to Shire, either struggling with something. or it's just more like the tyre issue that he's dealing with, or a tyre, we don't know. But Lando Norris is now about to get overtaken by Timmy Artielli into lap 6, and it seems like Artielli got he done, he's gone leave for the podium. But will he maintain the podium, or will Lando come back? And it seems like he's dazzling. It does be on one. There's something down the inside, and he gets it done. Lando Norris has just been double overtaken in just one span of the corner. Such a shame. And also send it down on the taller side. After fantastic overtake, but he lost a bit of a time to run quite deep and taller side. Saw the time at it now, got the DR and did make a move to himself back into P6, but they're now fighting again. But who is going to come out on top? And it seems like taller side will and stay on to the top of George Russell. And we got the last time in watching two things at one with Jack Dillon and George Russell. Just a poor Jack Dillon driving. I say well done racing right now, so that's obviously very impressive from Jack Dillon. The tyres started giving now. It looks like tyres are starting running low quite a bit now. Maybe the tyre is now started having a problem for George Russell, as Piastri now got Charles Leclerc fighting for the lead of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, and it seems like Charles Leclerc has done part of the Piastri, and behind we got Quali and Alex Albon are having a battle, and Albon on the soft tyre as well, which means the soft tyre starts and getting really worn out, just like George Russell and the Piastri, which is why he has lost a lot of time to Charles Leclerc. But into lap 10, we got Gatlin chasing after Timmy Artielli for the P15. Will Gatlin be able to get a podium? Performance-wise this season for Gatlin has been phenomenal, despite not getting the best car. He actually done what he can with the Ferrari. And over there, Charles Russell's future teammate next season. So it'll be a little bit spicy to see how them both are going to deal with each other. It's been really good to see that. It's going to be really good. Despite the issue for Ferrari, he still brought it to the top as much as they can, and it now going for the move on to Artielli, send down the inside. Will he get himself up? Yes, he does. Pierre Gasly goes through and get the third place, but will he keep it? Let's find out. And we've got Albon getting pressure from behind, but it's Lawson 30 Albon for the P12, and it seems like Albon has gone through for the P12, and Albon just don't seem to have a pace to chase down to the P12. One soft tyre is just an unfortunate one. Same goes for Yuki Tsunoda, who's just not having the good weekend. It's just a shame for Yuki Tsunoda to be slotted this season, but we now got Albon, who needs to turn back to hell of poor Albon, get himself in to P11. But the more they fight, the more they lose time, and maybe the team of Brittany Motorsport needs to think about strategy for Alex Albon, bring him in early or not. Well, let's see what the team is gonna do for Alex Albon. But in Russell's case, he seemed okay, but he's now losing time to taller side, which means he's very likely to lose his place to Jack Dillon, and we do not want Russell to be falling back even more. So maybe what Russell should do is coming, but let's find out if that is what's gonna happen. And it seems like it is sure Russell now turned in early. It's approximately about 2 laps early for him to come in, but that means he's going to be going on the hard tyre. What is going to happen in the pit stop? Oh, come on.
Left front wheel. We need to try and put that behind us, though.
Oh, come on, man.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Hold. It's a red flag. Red flag. We're going to keep you there.
He jolted just when I came in. Just when I came. Nah, you can't be having that. No, come on, who's? Well, I'll tell you who. Here's the replay of the red flag. It is Lando Norris who unfortunately caused the red flag. And here is how it happened. Spun and crashed into the wall. Just absolutely unlucky situation, especially in the championship charge. He is not having a good one here in the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. A huge favour for Piastri. But will it be for Russell? So now we're waiting for the light to go out once again for this evening, and it's now on way, and Charles Leclerc is on the pole and is trying to keep it from the Piastri. But it seems like Piastri has already made a quick progress as he's now put himself into the lead, but will he maintain it? Yes, he does. He got out because it's on the medium tyre. Is he going along on the medium tyre? That is the listing game for the Piastri to be on the medium tyre, and the Oliver and Franco Torapito are having a battle for the P7. But looking all the way down to the bottom, we can see George Russell is now in P15. He was in the last place, P22, but he made a fast progress, and he made another one again as he got past Tim Tramit, and he's actually also had a battle with Lando Norris into turn 1 when the restart has gone ahead, and he's now made another move on Arthur Hazard, putting himself into P13. Fantastic start for sure. Russell, and he's now going to do another one on Bortonato, move into P12. That hard tyre seems to be working really well for sure. And we all said that all the time. The hard tyre is the best tyre for our team, and he just overtook Liam Lawson, and it's right behind Paul Allen. Now this is obviously his time to get past. As you can see, got really close to Paul Allen, and clearly a side to stay. He is a lot faster than Paul Allen, and it's now put inside line and going to go for the move on Paul Allen. In the live time, we've got all the battle going on with Gasly and Charles Leclerc battling away for the second place and lower down in the standing. We've got either Hazard fighting with Bortonato or Newton Tonona. It is Newton Tonona, and we've got Carlos now ahead of Timmy Tielli, and Behrman is now moved up into P6 ahead of Jack. Do you want the more than 5? Of course, Russell, we need the 5 space and the right timing to get past if we want to be able to finish ahead of Behrman. But we want George Russell into top 5. We can see he got the pace to be able to pull it off as he almost went the back of Alex Albon. That was very, very close. Almost deleted his entire front wing into the back of Alex Albon, and we got more overtaking happening with Gasly on Tielli, or Shire on Tielli, and Albon just being overtaken by George Russell. Absolutely fantastic job from Russell. Of course, Albon, we need to be very careful with this battle with George Russell. But he seemed like not giving up. He tried again to get back ahead of George Russell, but it seemed like that is not going to work out. No, it does not. Albon is staying behind George Russell, and to recap the top 5, Piastri in the lead with a medium tyre, and Charles Leclerc second place, Gasly in third place. Shire, of course, had a little battle to defend the fourth place from Tielli, who is now in fifth, and Russell had gone ahead and overtook Behrman, who were in P6, dropping all the way down into P9 very quickly, of course, being double overtaken in the DRS and just be overtaken by George Russell. But now we're heading toward the map 20. George Russell to get the DRS and the try at the financial toilet Peter, but maybe eating more as it looks like it has sent it very easily. Toilet Peter went a little bit wide, being a little bit rough with short Russell, but he doesn't tell Russell just par, and Albon also just par. Ollie Behrman lets freaking go and it's over and want him involved with George Russell as he just overtook Jack. Do it on that else. That's fantastic work from George Russell and Albon as a tour in P9. Happy about that. We need him to be behind Russell to clinch the championship. A tactic is still in play, but at this point it very likely is over. We all know it's over. Too late to go, maybe Prima shit the beginning of the season, even though we take it on one team McLaren, but way a lot quicker than us. But this weekend is totally opposite. Piastri is the fastest, Lando not anymore. Russell and Albon tried their best, be able to finish inside point and keep the construction hope alive, but I think it's time to call it, unfortunately, and Lando Norris has done ahead and finally made the move on track miss, but it seems like that it's not going to last long as them both are having that racing. Who is going to be the last one to break? And it seems like Lando Norris has done ahead. And now we're heading towards the lap 22 with G1, who is now getting some pressure from Albon as he already overtook the PA. So good job from Alex Albon. G1 didn't need too much to defend it, but he can still be able to get back involved as Albon to chase after Franco Peter, but behind a poor Albon on the inside of Jack. G1 and Paul Allen jointly for P9. Fantastic job from Paul Allen, but we got Behrman P11, G1 P10, Allen P9, but behind Behrman it's Liam Lawson. It's been a while seeing Lawson up there. The last time I think I saw him being that close was in Barlow when he took that P10, but now we're going to lap 23. Albon is chasing after Franco Peter. Now we know who is quite out of them both. It's Alex Albon. But now, let's see if Albon can get past Peter as he already pulled away from the car behind. Don't have to worry about them at all as it's now side by side with Franco, and looks like Albon has gone with for P7 and Russell. Still P6 is on a long game, we're doing right now as we're still chasing after Timmy Antonelli, but we're now on board with that, who is fighting with Charles Leclerc again for the second place, and Piastri is still in a very good margin away from Charles Leclerc and Jack, as them both are now being swapped for a place. Jack will take second, Leclerc takes third, and Piastri still remain in the lead. But that medium tyre seems like it will eventually start dying, which means the hard tyre we have the advantage. Here we go, it's actually what I predicted. This is our opportunity now. Come on, Russell. Just at the yellow. There we go. Nice. Double shift. Bad. Good job from George Russell, now making into top 5 now, chasing after Carlos Sainz. Got the start set on for the 4th place. Incredible job from George Russell, and it does smoke. Artiello does smoke to another guitar. Oh no, Artiello. Timmy Artiello got smoke popping out of the car. He is out of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix after fantastic racing, but unfortunately he is DNF for this weekend. That is just a shame. Mercedes, I believe, have the most the end of the season come by in terms of engine. There's loads of other teams who knew their engine also had their own problem. We did a name who very, very soon, but we're now heading into lap 33. Piastri is losing time, which means Charles Leclerc got the chance for the lead for this Sao Paulo Grand Prix, and Jordan Russell, who now finally got past Carlos Sainz to move into 4th place. But now let's pay attention to Charles Leclerc as gone down the inside of the Piastri. Charles Leclerc tending to get the 3rd place from Piastri. It seems like he will, yes he does, the Piastri just lost the lead this way. Alright, not a three-way fight now, it's a two-way. It's not even a two-way fight, it's actually shut. Charles Leclerc is actually going to start running away from the Piastri, but now Franco Colapinto and Alex Albon are having their own battle, and Franco has just gone past the other long lap for this race to finish. Albon we need to try to get back. It seems like that might be the case as the sun down the inside. Will he get past? It seems like he does. Alex Albon gone past back into P6, but will he be able to maintain the P6? We need to find out. But going to lap 35, Gasly has gone ahead and overtook the Piastri for the 2nd place, but Piastri is not going to give up. Will he get past? No, he does not. Gasly is remaining ahead of the Piastri, taking the 2nd place from him, but behind Albon and Franco Colapinto continue fighting, and the live timing we've got Liam Lawson and Ollie Berman are also having their own fight with Lawson. Would love to finish into P9, but P10 might be just enough for him. But Albon defends again and taken back to P6 from Franco, and Berman has gone ahead and overtook Liam Lawson for the P9 and Lawson in P10. But it's a good performance because he hasn't finished in point for ages. Still, Barlow. So it's a good effort for Lawson, but now on board with Charles Leclerc, the monotone man himself, now going to lead the final lap. The final lap of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. He is doing a fantastic job, and Gasly is in 2nd place. Piastri got one last chance, but we can see Russell is chasing down really hard, but unfortunately he won't be able to catch quickly because Piastri got the other. But in the live timing we got the fight. Colapinto, Albon and Paul Albon is now getting involved. Who is going to finish into P6? All of them will get the other, apart from Colapinto, but we're back on board with Russell because we know the nerve, the tension is now rising from Russell as he's cutting down every gap in every corner, finding everything he can to get past Piastri. He's cutting down the 8 times. He is now within the other lane. Piastri is no longer within the other, but this is the 4th final time for this lane. Will Russell get past Piastri or not? Charles Leclerc tries to win the Brazil Grand Prix, and Russell unfortunately does not have enough. No! Not enough!
Take care of the car on the way in.
Nicely done, team.
He was there! Right there! He was right there. He was right there. It was a close one, but well done to George Russell.
Charles Leclerc, what a drive, what a victory, he wins!
Well, they showed true grit out there today, Crofty. A steely determination not to be outdone by the rough circumstances. Many points that came their way today. A job well done. Not the easiest of days, but they walk away with a race victory.
It's time to bring out the bubbly and spray it around. It's our podium celebrations. And who gets to take the top step of the podium? Yes, it is I, Leclerc. Charles Leclerc on top.
Well done, Charles Leclerc. Brilliant meeting for this young man. And Jack in second place, Piastri is in third place, and Russell is in fourth place, which means he's done everything he can for the damage limited in the championship as it now 7 points behind the Piastri. But Lando Norris 17 points behind. It's a big gap now, and McLaren pretty much won the Construction Championship. We haven't got the confirmation, but it's been looking into the map side of it. So pretty much what I said maybe 3 or 2 days ago. I don't know what the answer. I'm not good with maps. I don't care about the construction right now. I'm ready to be up, but unfortunately it wasn't. But we're going to end now, and I'll see you in the last final. Yeah, let's see what we can do in the famous long plan. So, thanks for watching. Please like and dislike the video. Do you want to appreciate it, and peace out.